This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have that.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Well, we'll blow that out of the water. Goodman has that written.
There's a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact same time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places.
The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course.
I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I warn you, get out too off topic and he takes you swimming. Then your life changes for the better. Excuse me, special? Uh-huh. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler.
Wait. Did she steal the evidence?
No, she gave the muffler to Goodman to take the knife out. He smuggled it out for her in the muffler.
But then she must have gotten... No, I was thinking that she must have gotten cut by it because notice it probably didn't open properly and it slammed into her hand. Why would she have a cut on her?
She activated it somehow, but no. Goodman brought the knife with him.
Right.
That's evidence for some reason.
He probably stole the evidence.
Yeah, to bring to the prosecutor's office. Probably, maybe not for her, but he was smuggling it out. Probably, because it was wrapped in the muffler.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it came wrapped in the muffler. I think she's involved somehow.
Well, I'm thinking she got cut by it. That's how her blood got on his shoe, too.
Yeah, she got cut by it in that situation, but I bet he brought it for her, and then she was inspecting it and cut herself. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, that'll have to see.
Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman.
We have that.
This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto.
Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine the knife while we can. Righto!
This evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that had me stumped all this time. Now, how are things down at the department? Okay, bad day for the department. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Ryder, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You're busy, what with Alana's case and all. That's probably what Meekins was maybe trying to do. I don't know. Well, what happened? What happened to the police department that day? Detective was killed. What a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick.
Oh no, watch it be poor Gumshoe or something.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto?
I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case.
Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the detail. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
Hmm. Is this about...
Alternatively, he's gonna tell us all three with the powers of time travel. So tell me, where was the victim found?
Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room of the police department.
Hmm.
The evidence room.
You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Rido?
Can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a little bit more about this evidence room.
There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found.
Okay, so we are going to time travel back. So it
Why?
happened...
Why?
Because
No,
I want to
no,
hear
no.
all of them. Might as well.
But I thought that was the best one.
How the victim was killed.
Oh.
Well, how's the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. What we found... what we in the Force call a stabbing, with a knife.
Knife?
Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder.
And then he gets back to the time.
Okay. We're going back a third time.
You're cheating to get all the evidence.
Why not? I mean, only one is
Wait,
admissible.
But when the victim died, he's already said several times over.
Well, let's listen to it anyway. Also, thank you, Anna, for the 2-month resub. You love the
Yeah.
Ace Attorney series. Dude, it's so good. I'm so glad that they came out with the HD version so we can actually like do a series on it. It's fun to voice act too, though it is destroying my... Well, no. Singing the other night destroyed my...
You have a bunch of deep, gravelly men to voice.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of... I don't know. I have, like, either little girls or really wacky women with various accents. But...
I mean, everybody is wacky, but... Yeah, no, it's just everybody's wacky. That's the real answer. Anyway, let's go with when the victim died and then probably go back to where it was found, because that was pertinent-ish. So when did the murder at the police department occur?
Now that's a sharp question, Rido. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this.
Wow.
See, that's the one
That's
that
boring.
yields the least
Yep,
amount
okay,
of
so
information.
let's go back to the evidence room, because that seems generally relevant.
I liked that one. The
Okay,
most.
victim is found. Perfect. Huh. And his first cosplay was Mia Fey. Nice.
My first cosplay was Princess Mononoke when
My
I was
first
13.
cosplay was... I don't know. Mewtwo. There we go.
Wait, but that's not your Halloween costume when you were a kid.
That counts.
I mean, I suppose if you count Halloween costumes, then technically my first one was probably...
Oh no, I
Like
definitely
Pocahontas.
cosplayed as dragonflies. Like the old...
Dragonflies!
Yeah, that one.
Maximize! I thought you were also the pink Power Ranger.
I did that too, but I don't remember that. And I don't remember making a conscious decision for that one.
No, but what was...
Maybe I did.
Well, okay, so your mom made you the Mewtwo costume.
Yeah.
But what was the first costume that you made? Because I made my Princess Mononoke costume when I was 13.
I want to bet it was... Was it Dave Strider from Homestuck?
Really? That
think
one in
so.
college?
Yeah.
And you poked me in the eye with that sword?
I'm sorry. It was just easy to make. And I had blonde hair at the time, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was sort of... It wasn't long, but it was swishy,
Yeah,
and you had bleached
it worked.
it.
But unfortunately, then I got mobbed by trolls and decided never to do that again.
Mobbed by trolls. Glomped, as they refer to it
Yeah,
as.
that is one of those where the fan base actively kind of put me off of the series for a while.
Yeah, I was Haku from Naruto that year.
Let's see. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh?
5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's office and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
Coincidence.
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening.
What would that be if you were to say it?
No, 0.001%.
0.0001%?
So
So wouldn't that be like a? It wouldn't be. Is that a thousandth of a percent?
give me a second. I can
There's
actually do that.
definitely a particular
1 divided by
phrasing for that one.
0.000001. 1 in a million.
1 in a million.
Yep. Chief Can, please tell us more about the incident. Oh, okay. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say that there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together.
Well-
Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. 1 at the prosecutor's office. 1 at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife! What was it doing there?
I better check this knife out. Oh, give me a second. I gotta update the title. It is changed.
Righto.
Phoenix Wright. Okay, so this is where we want to present, and
The notes.
bango. Wait a second. At last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean, Fumudgy? Oh, this is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim.
But we have to flip it upside down.
So, 221 SL9. Huh. What's this? 6 minus 7 as 12 over 2. Solve for the Y. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? I don't know. Probably aha. I don't know. I lost it. I'm getting tired. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that's written on this knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the... Okay, so that's just it. Wait,
Okay, so
wait, what?
that knife. This is the new evidence.
Okay.
That the knife was evidence.
So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, 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 good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So
course,
this
so
knife
they
was
thought.
stolen on the day of the murder, and was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
That was a bad day for the department. Wait, what? What? I'm confused.
So go back. So that was the knife. We have to present
The knife?
something.
I'm lost. Do we just present the knife?
Or we wonder how she got it and put it in the muffler.
I feel like this is the point where the testimony would change instead of putting us back here. So what?
No. I think
I'm
you need to
lost.
present the photo of where it was found. Like, how did it end up in their possession? Yeah. So if that was stolen, someone was...
Wait, no, this changed again, didn't it? So this knife was stolen at the end of the murder. No, it didn't change.
Alright, but think about it. How could the knife have been stolen, presumably when the first person was murdered, when both of them were murdered simultaneously and she had the ability to put it in the muffler?
Well, no, the knife was not used for the police department murder.
No, but it was stolen.
Yeah. But why? This is usually where you get more evidence for something. Oh. You might need to repress old statements. Yeah, okay. Something happened to the police department too, huh? Nope. Same thing.
Maybe you need to press the final line because now there is a connection.
Oh. Wait, hold on.
Not a fiction. Yeah. Now you have to say something about it.
Okay. I just wanted to check the knife for a second.
I mean, yeah, it's the switchblade. There's the small tag.
It says SL9 too.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code, DL6. Maybe it's a case number.
That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court record again. Yeah, so it's just telling us about the knife. Well, I'm gonna press him on this one.
Because now he has to talk more about that.
How can you say there's no connection?
Wait, do you have to
Oh.
present the evidence there?
Yeah. Maybe I present it again?
Yeah, maybe you have to.
That's confusing.
That's weird because you presented it earlier.
Yeah. I'm confused. Oh.
Again.
Present it again?
No.
Maybe we present the knife again there?
You have to present the knife probably at the knife or the photograph of where the knife was found.
Nope.
That's why we
Yeah, I just... There's a link! We just proved it!
Yeah. So let's try the photograph of where it was found.
We don't actually have that.
It's gone?
Yeah.
No. We've been shown this image of the man in the vehicle. Where did that evidence
gone.
go? It's gone?
What if we just present this again? Nope.
No. What about the ticket stub? What did it say?
513. No timestamp on that.
Right, but the timestamp's on the 512.
Oh. 221.
It's the same day. It's the anniversary of that event.
Let's see. Didn't they say review the court record?
I think the day makes sense.
Oh. Goodman's note's been rotated.
Mm-hmm. But see, 221.
Okay. We're gonna go through this one again.
How can you say there was no connection?
This is confusing.
I think you present the ticket stub. Ties the two murders together. The two murders were performed on the same day, which happens to be the anniversary of that. Can you present the ticket stub?
Here?
No, next one.
This one?
Yeah, because look at the evidence again.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep saving convulsively.
Just look at the evidence again. So that's what took place February 21st, and it's February 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, so present that. That's what links the two murders. They were on the same day.
Nope.
What? Come on.
No, I think the ticket stub is not relevant.
But
We're trying to link them together. And I think the date is circumstantial. Alternatively, it's the shoe?
No.
No?
I think it has to be either the knife, the note, or the stub.
Well, we've tried all of them now.
And we don't have the photograph anymore.
Because it's not muffler. God, I'm lost.
Okay, let's go back through the testimony.
Okay, so we did this one. Dawn,
Maybe
day of the
maybe you
murder.
should present the ticket stub on the time. Because that means there'd be
Yeah, case
3
line solved.
minutes.
Knife stolen on the day of the murder. Found an exhaust pipe in the car. Let's see. Does the cell phone have a timestamp? It does, but it's 5:18.
Yeah, the ticket stub has a... What was it?
Because the ticket stub is 5:12, and that's 5:18. That's real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, the music stops when we get the right one.
Mm-hmm. No, that's true.
Nope, it's not the phone.
No. We
Yeah.
need to connect the two
Yeah, so
together.
Ignore the time. Time is meaningless. Right?
Well, it wasn't even the time. It was the day. The day is significant.
5:15, but that's... Wait, what? Oh, shoot.
Wait, what did you present?
Apparently, I should have pressed the time again. Let's go back again. I guess we didn't press this one because it didn't seem relevant to the new thing. 5:15, but that's... Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the... Oh, wait, no. We have seen this. Prosecutor's office murdered our police at the very same time. What are the chances? Yeah, no,
What?
we've already done this.
Oh, the...
Yep, so that's
So I
new.
think we have to present evidence on the final one. Or press it.
No, I think we've pressed everything. Nope. It's not the autopsy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
couldn't divulge
Yeah.
who it was.
Oh.
Oh, you get to add another piece of evidence?
How the victim is killed. Oh, I see.
You just go back and press him again and he
Stab
tells you
him with a
everything else
knife.
anyway.
Same as Detective Goodman, Spirit, now we're cooking. You know, it's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? More similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Feels like I'm gonna have to press this a bit further.
But then he goes on with the time. Yeah, 5:15. Scary coincidence.
I'm honestly stumped, because honestly, we found the way to tie them together. The game clearly expects something else, but like... What's this?
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Ah, looks like the names of all the previous recipients that are engraved on it.
Wow. One guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it.
It doesn't give us any
Damn it.
clues. No, I think we're supposed to find the coincidence, and in my mind, the coincidence. Wait, was the evidence? Was that the evidence that was stolen from the room? Can we show the knife at the evidence stolen? Wait, no.
We've already shown it there.
We've already shown it there? I mean, it's a little obvious.
Yeah, see, nothing.
Okay. No, I think we really have to present something on the final bit.
Because I don't think we're looking for a contradiction.
No, we're looking for something that ties the
We're
two
fishing for more info.
together.
Okay, screw it. What are we missing, guys? Because, like, clearly it's obvious to some people that have probably already played this and know the answer. But, like, to us it is arcane. Because we found the freaking connection. And then it's like, good job, you found the connection.
But my connection is, it's the exact same day. It's the anniversary of that other murder. That's what it is. So, are you sure you presented the ticket stub on
Yes.
that?
Yes, I did. Ticket
No,
stub.
no, not on the time, on the final
When
one.
I selected you, you said that. I was like, okay.
No, the final one. The final one.
This one.
Wait, is that the final one? The final statement?
Yes, it is. No.
No.
Yeah, we've already done Where's the Victim Found?
Maybe we just need to press him all
Again,
3
there?
times.
Where's the victim found?
Wait.
Crime took place in the evidence
No.
room. Yeah.
No, you need to do the time. You haven't done the time. Wait, didn't you go through all 3 options?
Yeah. Wait, there we go. We
Oh.
didn't press him on this one again.
We didn't press him on it again? I
Yeah.
thought the evidence room was the
Okay,
first one we chose.
stop. We found it. It's okay. Just... Your backseat gaming's so hard, I'm getting lost here. Let me kind of maybe try and solve some of these things, because I've just been doing what you want me to do.
No. This isn't what...
You're so fixated on that time.
No, listen to me. Because I thought that the evidence room was the first one that you chose. The problem is you kept reloading and reloading just to get all 3 of
I went back
these.
to the where. The where was the only one that we actually truly pressed him on.
Right, but you went back, you reloaded to
stop.
when you
He said
reloaded
he'd
to...
only give us one piece of information, so I took that at face value. I didn't realize that I could keep pressing him for the exact same one piece of info over and over and over again, because he said specifically he'd only give us one thing.
Well, now
I
we
don't
know.
think I'm unreasonable for only pressing him on the one thing and assuming that, you know, it all leads to the same thing. He just kind of, it's just for posterity and information. But no. Cool your backseating a little bit, because
No.
like I feel
No, you hear me out.
Shell, I feel like
I didn't know
haven't
that
made any-
you had gone through all of these again. You didn't go through all of these ones again.
Well, no, I pressed him for time like you wanted me to, and it got us nothing. And then you kept focusing on time, and I'm like,
No,
it's not
because
getting
I
us
thought
it.
that we had gone down the list from top to bottom. So the
I
reason
did.
why
I
was
went from top to bottom, and then I went back to top because you said that was the one that you thought was meaningful. Like, I need you to pay attention because, like, I'm doing things again just because you weren't, and it's frustrating.
But we already did this, didn't we?
No, this is new.
This is the first one that we
This is
selected.
new. Because we went back to the first one again, and it's apparently new information. So anyway.
Which is odd because this game doesn't really give, like, you already pressed this versus that versus that.
Yeah, this is kind of funky, and I'm going to chalk it up slightly to obtuse design, because rarely will you press a thing a second time and get the same option that immediately diverges like halfway through it, which is confusing. It almost always puts you into new testimony phase, but like, anyway. Please?
The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now?
The knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
There's the connection between the two cases.
You seem happy, Mr. Wright.
Happy. Happy, we just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Ha! You don't say! Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? I don't know, maybe the fact that it's... a knife from the evidence? Okay. Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered in the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Yeah, so it's worse. It's possible the game won't let you move on until you've gotten all 3 pieces of information from him, because you have the where and how. Worse than that, just looked it up, you need to press 4 to get who killed, then where found. It seems like if you go where found first, you'll never get it. Yeah, so...
We did it in from top to bottom, which means that the
you
where...
screwed us over. That's dumb. Anyway, you two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right there. Chief, I request that you release your information to the victim, at the police department. That's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh, well, I guess I might as well try and get what I can out of him. We want the ID number. Victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell us the victim's ID number? Huh? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 584-2189. Also known as 584-2189.
Mhm.
Wow, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
Wait, so he's saying they were killed in the evidence room and the
Mhm.
body was taken to the
There's only one murder.
prosecutor's garage?
8-2? I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim of the police department. 584-2189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something. What does it tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just I got confused. What? And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing. Like you always do. Okay, we got it.
Mm-hmm.
The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered, one at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 584-2189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait!
That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82? I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 584-2189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as attack, Rhino. Sharp as attack. But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room, at the same exact time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time, and in completely different completely different location. Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. No, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait! Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins?
Mr. Wright! Where have we heard that name before? Wait! Aha!
Wait, his hand is also bandaged.
Oh, it is. Was he messing with the evidence?
Did he kill? I don't know, anyway. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me he said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Gah!
How do they explain him being murdered there and then the body being taken elsewhere?
Why didn't your officer tell me?
Unless there were two of them.
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
He just likes to burst out laughing, doesn't he?
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. God, that is such a villainous face.
Mm-hmm.
What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, sorry, brain. Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before trial. This report wasn't on the list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Gah! The connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know what you're going through. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors. You're even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day.
I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
To be continued.
Okay, now we go to bed. Hour and I'm tired. Yeah, I'm very tired. But it was fun.
Yeah, and that whole blurb back there was just because we had chosen that first option first.
Yeah. The
Gone
game,
down the list.
Apparently this is an issue that they addressed in future games, which is good. I'm looking forward to that. Boy, is it frustrating when you come across it here. I think I remember why I don't remember much about this trial, much less any of the answers, because I think I just followed a guide to the letter on this one, so I didn't have to worry about it.
I never followed guides.
I follow guides when I don't care about the plot. When I don't care about the gameplay and I only care about the plot. In this case, the gameplay on Phoenix Wright is very much just you trying to make the connection yourself, which is nice.
The thing is,
but when I'm dead tired on a train, I don't care.
What I'm upset about is any of those pieces of evidence could have logically shown a connection at different points in the testimony. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because isn't it ironic that the ticket stub happens to be February 21?
I think
and it's February 21 for both of those?
If they just changed that one bit of dialogue to imply that you had to press him again or something. Because that would have helped. But instead it was like nestled deep and you're like, okay, gotta go find it again, I guess. Anywho. Because yeah, we'd already heard it was in the evidence room, but we had to press him again to find that it was in the evidence room. To be like, oh, wait, evidence room. It's like, come on, guys.
Whereas if we had chosen the second or the third option
and then went back
and then made the connection and then gone number one, we would have gotten it immediately.
Yeah, dumb. Oh well. Anywho.